Good morning, everybody. This is your girl, Olivia Winfield, coming to you live from downtown Minneapolis. And I welcome you to another fun-filled, exciting session of Butts, Guts, and Body, where, as the name implies, we are going to be doing exercises that are focused around our lower half as well as our core. Why? Because why not? So we're going to begin with some dynamic warm-ups to get the blood flowing, especially to our lower legs. This will be especially helpful if we have been fairly stationary up until this point. And then we are going to go into the work. Today, exercises are very straightforward. No supersets today, but the encouragement is going to be that you do lift a little bit heavier. We are going heavy today. So reps are not going to be too much, but it will be enough. Either way, be prepared to sweat. I have a barbell as well as 2 kettlebells here and an optional step. If you don't have any of these, that's okay. You can still mimic the motions that we're doing, or you can do these with dumbbells just as well. Also, too, I highly encourage you to take this video with you the next time you go into the gym. Anytime you see me up here with this kind of barbell, this is the kind of barbell, this is an Olympic barbell. This is what you would get from your standard squat rack. So if you don't have one of these at home, but if you go to a gym that does, save this video and take it with you next time in case you're like, what am I gonna do? This is what you gonna do. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and begin with our dynamic warm-ups. You don't have too much more time to waste. I have talked enough. All right, let's go into some air squats for 10. Just standing squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jump squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. We're doing 10 on each leg. 11, 12, for a total of 20, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it out wide. We'll finish with a sumo squat. 1, 2, 3. I swear I'm always having issues with positioning. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that is 10. All right, let's get some water. Quick and effective, because we ain't got much time to waste. All right, so first things first, we are going to say good morning, as in we are going to do good mornings as our exercise. So grab your barbell or your dumbbells. If you have a barbell, we will clean and press that up onto our back here. So make sure the barbell is resting right on the meaty part of your shoulders, right on top of your traps, not up here. That's uncomfortable. Down here. So more or less where your neck connects down into your shoulders. That's about where you want that to rest, okay? Good mornings. So similar to a deadlift in the sense that it's just a hinge movement, but this time the weight is on your back and not your front. You're gonna push those hips backwards so you feel that stretch in your hammies. So about parallel and then come up. That's 1, 2, 3, core still engaged, back is not bent. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's all coming from the hips. 9, it's a bit of a lower ab exercise too. And 10, push that up off our shoulders. We're gonna come down to the mat and we're gonna hold a plank. Yes, yes, I know. Ew, nobody wants to do that. But here's the thing. Taking a page from my parents' book, I didn't ask. All right, so let's go ahead and do that plank for 20 seconds. You can hold it either down here on your elbows, or you can come up here on the palms. Either way, make sure your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Core is engaged, belly button to spine. Hips are up. They're not up, but nor are they down. They're here, neutral. All right, there we go. That was 20 seconds. Let's get some water, and then we're back to it. I'm gonna turn our music up. Hold up, I like this. I like this. Hold on. Get the electric music going. Yesterday I was in a hard rock metal mood. Today, I'm in the mood to sound like I'm in a futuristic video game. The other kind of futuristic video game. Metal is more like dystopian, like New York City. This is more like dystopian Tokyo Drift, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Hopefully the music ain't too loud for you. All right, let's go ahead and jump right back into our good mornings. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you. All right, 3. Keep that knees bent. 4, it's how you're gonna feel that work in the back of your legs, that posterior chain. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can do 2 more. 12. Come on. 11. 1 more. Y 12. Bien. All right. Back to that plank. So, fun little personal challenge. If you sing, try singing while holding a plank. I know, it's like, what? But when you are singing, you have to utilize your side oblique muscles, those intercostal muscles, which coincidentally enough, you also need to use to engage your core for your plank. So, ergo, if you're having issues with making that mind-muscle connection while you're singing, while you're standing, to engage those side oblique muscles while you're singing, sing some scales while you're in a plank. You don't have to even sing a full song, or even just try humming. Yes, it will challenge your breath control, but that's also part of singing. So, yeah, like I am a vocalist. I don't want to say by trade because I do not make any money off of it. By training, there we go. I am a vocalist. So, grew up all my life singing in choir, school, church, you name it, I was in it. But that doesn't necessarily mean I learned proper singing techniques at that time as well. So now that I am taking vocal lessons and have been for the past year or so, it's definitely unlearning some bad habits and learning new ones. And I find a lot of what I learn in my vocal lessons transfers really well to my exercise training as well. Namely, just the different components that go into exercise, that go into singing, that you don't think about. And as you are starting out, you are going to have to think about them. Meaning, it is going to be awkward. It is going to be clunky and clumsy at times. And no, you are not going to get it right on the first couple of tries, even sometimes. And you can't let that discourage you. That's the hardest part. You can't let it stop you. You have to alchemize that. All right. And turn that challenge into motivation to get better. All right, and last plank for today anyway. Not the last plank you will ever hold, especially if you're taking my classes. Love a good plank. But yeah, so sometimes even when I'm teaching in person, we're playing music, I'll sing along with it, One, yes, it is partly to show off, because why not? But also, two, I actually do need to do it. So, all right, there we go. But also, too, I do it because it's like I want to show what is possible. It is not impossible to be able to do that. You may think it, but it's not. All right. We are done with our barbell. We are done with the good mornings. We wish our morning adieu, and we welcome in the afternoon. We're doing our goblet squats now, okay? So I have 35 pounds and I have 45-pound goblet squats here. So again, my goal is to go fairly heavy. Not super heavy, but heavy, all right? So again, for review, anatomy of a goblet squat. So in a typical standard squat, your feet are going to be about shoulder width distance apart. For your sumo squats, you usually take one step outside of that and you turn your toes outwards. For your goblet squat, you're going to have your feet in the same position as you would for a standard squat. You're just going to turn your toes out. So it's like a little mini baby sumo squat. That is a proper goblet squat. Now, if you need to take your feet out a little bit wider to accommodate your hips or your own mobility, feel free to do so. But this is your goblet, okay? All right, so I am going to start down here. You can start down here if you are able. This is your finishing position. Ideally, yes, this is past parallel. And then you come up, 1, squeeze those legs together, down, 2, 3, 4, make sure you're pushing into the heel, not your toes. 5, and you will know, because it's gonna hurt. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, actually wasn't too bad. All right, come on down to the mat. We're gonna do what I call deep and wides. This is a back extension. So you're gonna come out, arms and legs directly in front of you. And then you're gonna come up, spread together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more. 6. Woo, yeah. All right, get some water. We're going for round 2. So what I love about goblet squats is that they do a really good job of targeting your inner thighs here, outer thigh, and your mid glute. So, as opposed to a standard squat, which yes, targets all those things, but is predominantly going to be your quads, hammies, and your glutes. So, that would be your glute maximus. Whereas goblet squats, get more of your gluteus medius right here in the middle. And then your gluteus minimus is at the top. Yes, I know maybe a little too much about booty anatomy. So, and I kind of have to as a trainer, but slash the, that social media trend of like really building your glutes out, but also coincidentally somehow not building your hammies and your quads out, which don't ever strive for that. That's not a thing. That's not realistic. The only way that's achievable is either genetics, which is rare, or somebody went and sat on somebody's table, okay? So keep that in mind. Anytime you see that on social media, there's a good chance that's not real. All right. Ready for round 2? Go. 1, come all the way up straight. 2, try not to lean forward too much. 3, control that weight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, woo! 12, all right. Sometimes you gotta just let out exaltation, exclamation to get that last one out. All right. Deep and wide, deep and wide. There's a fountain flowing deep and wide. All right. Deep and wide, deep and wide. There's a fountain flowing deep and wide. That was pitchy. 2 more. All right. Woo. Get some water. We got 1 more set to go. And then we will do our final strength/endurance challenge. Yes. I'm prepping y'all for the summer, for the spring. I know I got some runners and some cyclists in the audience. So we're working on those fast twitch muscles. Working on those muscles that give you that initial burst of speed. But this will also help with your overall endurance and stamina for your longer distances. So that's why we've been doing them. Plus, there's all different types of ways to do cardio. It's not always necessarily hopping on a bike or going for a run. You know, it could be dance. It could be jumping rope. You know, so that's why we're doing it. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm making you do it. There you go. All right, last round of our goblet squats. All right, I have shifted up my weight from 35 to 40 pounds because it's the last set. Why not? All right, so we're gonna aim for 10. Let's see how it feels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, woo! 10. Whew. Yeah, they don't tell you that you really need your lower abdominals to really, I mean, like, yes, it is in your hip mobility as well, but don't discount your lower ab muscles when it comes time to having to get down here, okay? Yeah. All right, last round of our deep and wides. And then we're moving into our reverse lunges, coming back to the barbell here. All right, let's do it. Whew. 1, actually I'm gonna switch it, we're gonna do swimmers. So opposite arm, opposite leg, like you're swimming. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Whew. All right, get some water. We're moving into our last exercise. Whew. All right. Whew. Very happy that I had a couple bites of popcorn before I hopped on this class. Let me tell you. Okay, because breakfast was like 4-ish hours ago. So let this, I say this also to say, be mindful when you come into this class. Please make sure you have something in your stomach. I just got on my client today because she did a class before my class, before I trained with her, that was 45 minutes intense activity, and then she did an hour of training with me. And I said, girl, are you eating? I did say a little bit more formally than that, but I said, are you eating in between each thing? Like, are you eating before you go? And she was like, no, but I put some protein in my coffee. And I was like, and then when I came in, she was on the treadmill after the class. So I was like, that time that you are on the treadmill, you need to actually be spending that resting and recuperating. All right, reverse lunge off a step. 1, Alternate your steps, 2. Don't know why I'm counting. Sorry, this is for time. Which reminds me, I need to turn my timer up, so I'm not gonna hear that go off. All right. Make sure you have a good foot placement on the bench. You wanna feel steady. 5 more seconds, guys. You can do it. Woo, all right. Okay, now we're gonna do standing side crunches. Let me turn this up. All right, and back, all right. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, one more, 16. All right. So, yes, again, this is your reminder. Eat before you come to this class. Eat before you do this class. Eat in general before you go to the gym, but especially if you're gonna be doing intense training like this, with weights, cardio, all of that, you have got to fuel yourself properly before you do this. Trust and believe, your workouts will be that much more effective. You will feel better physically after your workout and the days after if you are eating and hydrating and resting enough before and after you exercise. So, yes, this morning I had some breakfast burritos. I just had a couple handfuls of popcorn as a little pre-workout snack. And then after this, I'm eating chicken breast, green beans, and potatoes, okay? So I'm still eating a full meal after this. So I'm not saying you need to eat a whole full meal right before this class. That can be a little heavy on the tummy, I get it. But a smoothie, a protein bar, yogurt and granola, something substantial. I'm not talking a piece of fruit. That ain't gonna get you through this. Not unless it's an apple and some peanut butter, okay? No, you have to eat. Have to, okay? All right, let's go again. I am never ever gonna be the trainer that is gonna be like, oh, cool, great, keep that up. Working out back to back like that for an hour and a half. No food, just protein in the beginning. You're gonna burn so much fat. No, that's not me. I am not that trainer, okay? Not at all. I'm gonna tell you to eat. I'm gonna tell you to eat beforehand. I'm gonna tell you to get a snack in between, okay? No. Because also too, this is about creating sustainable habits. And it is, it's not sustainable to feel like crud every time after you work out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And if your concern is that, well, no, I'm gonna put on weight if I eat, you're working out, right? You're burning up energy. You have to give your body something to burn, because otherwise it's gonna start going into your reserves, and then your body is gonna be fighting to hold on to what you have because it thinks you're starving. And then you're gonna really tax it by working out? No. Don't do that. Do not do that. Eat real food. And I know everything's got protein in it now. Honestly, in my opinion, try to stay away from that stuff. Like, unless you absolutely need to get it in your diet, you don't really need to eat that. You don't need to drink that. And part of it is also we need better knowledge around how to read nutrition labels because, like, especially those drinks from Starbucks and whatnot, I'd be curious to know what the protein to sugar ratio is, you know? So be mindful of that as well. But that's a whole course. All right, last round of our lunges. Reverse lunge. Weight is in the foot on the step or the one in front, and the other foot is coming down and touching. If you don't have a weight, then this is gonna be for speed. All right, but not anymore because the time is up. All right, good work. Last round of our standing crunches. And then we have time for a cool down, guys. Look at that. All right, because we could take it to the final minute, but I don't want to, so we're not going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. Woo! Look at that, guys. We finished. We finished. All right. We got 4.5 minutes left. We got a lot of time left. So let's take that time for an extra long cool down. I do teach foam roll and stretch after this for 15 minutes, but lucky you. You get to spend a little bit more time with me. All right. Since we did our legs here, let's do a forward fold. Arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Come forward. Remember, y'all, exercise is a celebration of what your body can do. It's not punishment for what you ate, for your lack of activity. It is not any of that stuff, okay? And also, too, it's still wintertime. It's still flu season. If you are feeling unwell, the gym is always going to be there. You do not need to tax your immune system more than it already is with fighting off the sickness. Despite what some people may tell you, no, working out and trying to sweat out the fever is not effective. Not to mention, that is incredibly selfish to go to the gym when you know you're sick. I'm just gonna say that straight up. That is selfish. Nobody else there wants your germs. Stay your behind at home. If you insist on working out, then do one of these online workouts with us here at the YMCA. Otherwise, stay home if you are sick. I don't care if you have a mask on. Stay home. We do not want your sickness, okay? And again, the gym is always gonna be here. Not to mention, if you're sick and you work out, you're not gonna recover any faster. In fact, you're probably gonna you're gonna slow down your recovery. Because think about it, you're already sick, your immune system's already weak, and now you're gonna go to the gym full of, hey, I love our members of the YMCA, but we all know humanity. We're not always the cleanest of people. People are gross. So, is it really that important to you to risk your health to go to the gym? I'm gonna tell you right now, as a trainer, as a fitness instructor, it's not. It's never that serious. So, take care of your body. The gym is not punishment. And nor are you going to be in trouble if you miss a day or two. Consistency is not showing up every single day when it comes to fitness, okay? Because sometimes that's just not going to be possible. So I don't want you to fall into that trap, because that can create an unhealthy dynamic and relationship with the gym. And again, this is about creating healthy, sustainable habits. At least it is for me. So I don't know about you, but I don't really think it's healthy nor sustainable to see the gym as like, oh, I have to go there, as almost to the point of compulsion. Like, if that is something that resonates with you, if that's how you feel about the gym, if that's how you look at fitness, I am sorry to say, but that's not exactly a healthy mindset. I'm just gonna say that. So, because there's more to life than exercise in the gym, okay? I promise you. Yes, movement is medicine, but movement is medicine. Yes, however, not every medication you take is going to be effective for what ails you. Yeah? So, you gotta know what is the appropriate medication for your needs. And sometimes the gym is not it. Sometimes exercise is not it. And I'm not saying that to discourage you from working out, from exercise, from fitness. It's my way of saying I want you to examine your own relationship with exercise and fitness. Do you enjoy it? Truthfully, what do you enjoy about it? What do you get out of it? Are you doing this for you, or are you doing this for somebody else? These are the questions that I want you to think about as you move through your own online or through your own fitness journey, whether that's in branch or online with us here at the YMCA. That's it for my time. Thank you all so much for joining me. Once again, my name is Olivia Winfield. We shoot this on location in downtown Minneapolis, and this was Butts, Guts, and Body. I'll see you all next time.
I'm Sarah, and this is Cardio Dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
That's where we want to go.
Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer. My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you